Try to control the tempo and not get caught up in what LSU wants to do, which is get up and down the floor.
So we are just about set for action here. A great crowd on hand on this Sunday afternoon. LSU in white. And the Raging Cajuns will check the starting lineups in a minute. And this is a first-time starting lineup for LSU. We'll bring you up to date on that in just a moment. And the Tigers turn it over. Raging Cajuns, let's see if they indeed try to complete the three-point play or the opportunities early, or will they use the shot clock? This is the lineup: Williams, Robinson, Rice, Johnson, and Stewart for the Raging Cajuns. It's the third time that this starting lineup has been in existence this year for the Cajuns, and they've won the two previous games. LSU turns it over again. The name you don't see is Van Lith. Haley Van Lith is not in the lineup because of a foot injury. It's not all that serious, plantar fasciitis, but she's going to be sitting for a game or two.
Well, we talked about trying to control possessions early, and I know it's very early, obviously, in the game, but 2 possessions for LSU, 2 turnovers, and now a missed layup by Flau'jae Johnson, uncontested right at the rim.
You just cannot let those go and not finish them, and the Raging Cajuns come right back with a bucket by Robinson. For the visiting team, this is Poa getting the start at point guard in place of Haley Van Lith.
This is Gary Broadhead, the head coach of the Raging Cajuns.
How many women's college basketball coaches do you think there are who at one time, in fact for 15 years, held a school record in the pole vault? He pole vaulted 17 feet on the UL track and field team, and for 15 years that was the school record.
Nice. Mariah Stewart off that last dead ball goes to the Raging Cajun bench. She's focusing on her right ankle, redoing her shoe. She was also the one that forced the first steal of the ball game.
Angelica Velez has come in for LSU. She'll run the point. There's Kim Mulkey in her third season as the LSU head coach. Fastest to get to 700 victories just a few days ago. Fastest men or women to get to 700 college victories.
And of that line change that Mulkey just put in a moment ago, Angel Reese, the only starter, still on the floor. The other 4 all just came in.
And a putback is good by Reese.
No, that was by Monty Bartlett.
Yeah, Bartlett. Bartlett right there to pick up the missed shot. And they're letting him play. Del Rosio swats it away. And the last meeting was November 2022. LSU won it easily. That's well done around the bucket.
You're talking about
Wilney Joseph.
Talking about this series, you know, when these teams started it, Louisiana-Lafayette was then USL.
Right. Raging Cajuns in red, owning a 6-2 lead. A deep deuce is up, and a deep deuce is in. That one tossed in by Brandy Williams. Her career has been very much interrupted in Lafayette, and Mikaylah Williams comes back and drills the 3. She is so versatile. LSU forces the turnover as the shot clock was expiring. That is only the first give back by the Raging Cajuns. Johnson puts it on the floor once to Poa. To Williams, pulls up at the free throw line. Bang!
She dribbles to the left, pulls up from 15 feet.
Del Rosario is going to check back into the game at the next whistle for the Tigers. The Cajuns lead by 1, 3:50 to play in the first quarter in front of a really nice attendance. And there's a push-off, no question about it. LSU has not yet led in this game. It's got the opportunity to grab its first lead with this possession, down by 1. Morrow wanting the ball on the low block, and now comes out to set a screen. This is Poa. Plenty of time on the shot clock. 3-ball up, and the 3-ball by Williams is off the mark, but rebounded by the Tigers. Williams puts it on the floor, gets it down to Del Rosario, and she powers it in. Step back, long deuce is off the mark.
LSU, Kim Mulkey said she's been with the team in practice, just has not been very active in practices while they're trying to get her healthy and get ready for that stretch. SEC start. If they allow her to keep getting position on the block, no, because it's a power dribble in one step, and she's right there at the basket.
And a very high percentage shot, obviously. LSU now by 3, 1:48 to go first quarter. Long 3-ball left side. Off the mark. That one missed by Rice. Poa gets it down to Del Rosario.
Since the starters have come back into the game.
Del Rosario bounces the first one. And the second one comes up short, pushing it upfield. And the shot, no good. This time missed by Rice. LSU coming the other way. Flaugier splitting defenders, heaves it up. She was bumped.
You could tell by just past midcourt, Flaugier had it determined she was going to the basket.
She's a 72% free throw shooter.
They wanted last year Poa to challenge her, body to see if they could get a clear out. They thought they earned it right there in front of their bench. That's going the other way.
10 seconds left in this first quarter. 4 seconds. And a forced three and a very poor possession. And they actually have stopped the clock with 0.3 of a second. Not time to do anything, and we'll go to the second quarter.
Well, LSU wanted to try to run it for Mikaylah Williams.
Quarter number 2 getting started right now from the Maravich Center on the campus of LSU. Stewart, Williams, Wheaton, Johnson, and Rice on the floor for the Raging Cajuns. Johnson, Reese, Williams, Poa, and Morrow for LSU. This for 3. No, it's a Duke junior out of Hope, Arkansas.
That's their first bucket in 5 minutes. I was just looking at it. They missed their last 5 attempts in the final 5:11 of the first quarter.
And that is a strong move by Morrow. Pull-up jump shot from just in front of the free throw line. Bounces away by Rice.
Poa's going to take a second to catch her breath. Mariah Stewart was dribbling, handed it off, and then immediately set a screen. And where we're sitting, you could even hear Poa go, oomph, when she ran into it. It was a solid screen.
Williams at the top, the lob down to Reese. She makes the catch, but the ball's knocked out of her hands.
Mary Johnson got a hand on. Watch again from behind. Just slips to the right side and blocks it.
And LSU on the inbounds pass cannot connect, and it results in a bucket and a foul. Nobody is home, and this is Rice on the run. She beats everybody to it, lays it up, and then is fouled.
Yeah, then Poa just overshoots her teammate, and it's just a loose ball, free ball. She just out-hustled everybody to go get it. And then Mikaylah Williams, kind of a cheap little reach in there.
Yeah.
Not the foul call, and gives up a 3-point play. Or if you're going to foul.
Yeah.
Don't let them get the layup.
Yep. Don't let them get the shot off at all.
Right.
So the Raging Cajuns on a bit of a spurt now. They've come back to within a 2-point game. They can take the lead with a triple. That's somehow right, left, right. And the score by Tamara Johnson. She shows a lot of versatility. We're brand new at 15. Rebounding nationally last year for DePaul. This one is left short.
And that last foul was a tough one for the Raging Cajuns on Mariah Stewart. That's her second. She's not huge with scoring, though she is. Jones was pulling on her and leaning, trying to get position.
This is Reese. Puts it up. She'll go to the line again. She's been getting to the line. Del Rosario is going to come back into the game at the next whistle for the Tigers. For 3, yes. That was Brandy Williams. She had 5 3-pointers in a game against Nichols. And Brandy Williams is a player who has, the last couple of seasons, missed all but 4 games. Another turnover. Johnson couldn't get it down to the post player. That's 9 in the first half for the Tigers, and free throws are coming in the second quarter. The lefty drives it a little long. Reese grabs the rebound. LSU for the season plus 7.3 in turnovers tonight, a -3. Williams from distance. It rims out. the best free throw shooter for LSU and one of the best in the country. There's point number 7.
She's made 2 field goals, one of them a three-pointer and 2 free throws. None of them have hit the rim. They went straight in.
Poa with really good defense on Robinson. Half the shot clock has been used. Pull back jump shot, nicely does it for Reese. One dribble, spinning, leaning, missing, offensive rebound, put up again and fouled up. Reese, after the timeout, leaves the free throws short.
And here in the first half, 54.5%, 6 for 12.
LSU has been an exceptionally good free throw shooting team. It's 75%. That's a step too many. But not today. Williams, Poa, Reese, Williams for 3. Off the mark, Del Rosario, offensive rebound, powers it up, she's fouled. She's got 5 rebounds and limited duty in the first half.
5 rebounds, 5 points, now 6 points.
Leah Del Rosario from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. The shot clock at 6. And that is stroked home. Poa fakes left, dribbles into the lane. Leaves it for Reese, and she's hammered a couple of times. Before they blow the whistle, she'll come to the free throw line.
They call the jump ball.
Did they?
Yeah, two Raging Cajuns on the defense that time. They called the tie ball. Possession will stay with LSU, but here's another look at it. One power dribble. There's one hand, 2 hands. That's what they call the jump ball.
Reese is only 1 for 4 at the free throw line. She uses the rim to drop that one in. The Raging Cajuns have a 1-point lead. Pull-up jump shot. Bang! Drilled by Brandy Williams. She's got 11 first-half points. 26-23, the Raging Cajuns. Right now taking it to the LSU Tigers. Poa down inside to Reese. And they're going to get somebody for a foul down.
Reese gets down there, especially after what we saw what she did last year and established herself as one of the best in the country.
Reese is trying to regroup at the free throw line and makes the adjustment. That's almost stolen. Still plenty of time to work on the shot clock, and a running layup is good. The little baby hook knocked down by Tamara Johnson.
She had a bit of an escort that time because Brandy Williams was cutting to the left of the floor, almost got in her way, but then it's almost like she became a blocker and led the charge that allowed her to get a lane to go underneath.
28-24, Cajuns in the first half. Turnaround jump shot, good. Poa battling for the rebound. It bounces into the hands of Williams. Mikaylah bringing it up, hanging in the air, missing as the ball came out of there a little awkwardly, but it's put back in by Aneesah Morrow, and that's where she can really do some damage. Very, very strong around the rim. We are tied for the 3rd time at 28 in the closing seconds of the 2nd quarter. And this crowd starting to come to full throat. There's about a 15-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and the Tigers now will be able to use the remaining time.
Well, what a great decision by Morrow. She saw a teammate streaking. She wanted to throw it full court, decided not to, so they could hold on to possession. That's just a great, smart play, knowing the situation.
6 seconds to play. Williams kicks it into the corner. Open 3. In and out. And that's the end of the first half. Can't cut loose with the open 3 from the left corner, but it rattled out. Stewart, Williams, Wheaton, Johnson, and Rice on the floor for the Cajuns, who own the ball first. Johnson, Reese, Williams, Poa, and Morrow draw the start in the second half for LSU. A pull-up jump shot from the left side. Poa gets it to Morrow. Poa looking inside. Here's Reese. She's open. She shoots. She scores from the baseline. From the tee. That rattles out. Missed by Wheaton. LSU on the attack now as Poa lopes into front court. 5-on-5. This is Morrow. Lobs it down low. Reese right there. Kicks it out. Poa decides not to shoot even though she was open. LSU has not had success in the three-point shooting this afternoon. And there is leading LSU with 9 points.
Where Morrow, standing at 6'1", 6'2", had a 5'7" defender on her, and she was very definitive on that move. As soon as she got the ball, it was one power dribble and then up and over the defender.
LSU has regained the lead, 32-30. 7 seconds to fire for the Cajuns. Down low it goes to Stewart. Stewart is tied up and travels. Johnson to Poa. Poa fights her way inside, loses the dribble, but it's taken by Morrow. And Reese and Ashlyn Jones get into a bit of a scuffle.
Watch her coming from the right side of your screen as Angel Reese ducks that left arm in there to try to gain position. That's why Jones was complaining at first, and then you see Jones throw the little extra elbow out there.
LSU, though, comes back and gets a bucket. LSU's biggest lead in the first half was 5 points. This for 3. It rattles out. Poa lobs it down low. Reese misses, gets it back, and is hacked.
We'll try to get a fourth one on that very next possession. She backed off, didn't get the foul called on her, now with the dead ball.
We have played nearly 4 minutes in the third quarter. A running looper is short by Tamia Robinson. Tigers on the move the other way. Reese gives it to Poa. They reset the offense. Williams down low to Morrow. Powers her way onto the baseline, fades and fires, and draws a foul.
She was moving out, tried to kick it back out towards the top of the key. That's why LSU goes baseline out of bounds.
Morrow.
She's come out smoking here in the second half.
Morrow has a hot coal in her right hand right now. Pull-up jump shot won't go by Lene Wheaton. Here come the Tigers, looking to stretch the lead to 10. Williams from distance. Oh, yeah! 10 points for her as she backed out and hit that one from Port Allen. 41-30. Poa defending. This is Robinson. Kick out to Williams. Brandy trying to use a pick. LSU double teams at the top. 8 seconds to fire. That's blocked by Flauget. Reese scooping, scoring. Tigers have scored 15 consecutive points.
Yeah, now you see
10 for Reese.
You see that little extra hop now in the ladies in the white uniform because that wound up being a 4-on-1. 3 players caught up with Angel Reese on that breakaway. They've got a little extra hop in their step now.
4:25 to go. Third quarter. All LSU so far. 43-30. That'll help the Raging Cajuns as Asia Sam drills one.
I know you're a baseball guy. Did you see that knuckleball?
Oh, yeah.
Off the glass? That ball didn't have a single rotation.
Not a single one. Has Poa attempted a shot?
She's
one.
Yes, just one. It's a layup attempt.
Again, the Tigers.
Raging Cajuns shot 41% here in the third quarter. Just 25% for Louisiana. 2 of 8 shooting. LSU 75% on 6 of 8.
Poa reverses. Reese comes up to set a screen. Williams back to Poa. Almost overthrew her. Poa lobs it down with a blind toss down to Reese, and she steps back.
That pass was off the mark, but the defender fell down trying to guard Reese, which left her wide open, and you can't leave a power player like that all alone. She just grabbed the ball, stepped back, and put it in.
Reese is remarkably agile as we see a 3-ball. Contorting her body around the rim. Sometimes it looks like she's not in a position to score, but somehow was able to swivel and indeed score. This is Reese, puts it once on the floor, hooks it up, and it goes in.
To your point, straight field goals. Part of a 21-5 run now over 6 minutes.
14 for Reese after a very slow start. And now 16 points. A pivot and a leaning shot by Williams won't go. That bounces a few times but will not fall for Jones. Here comes Flau'jae Johnson. Everybody packed in tight. Poa is the release valve at the top. Flau'jae Johnson for 3. Del Rosario will be called for an over-the-back foul, I think. Wait a minute.
No, they called that on Ashlyn Jones.
They did. They did. After a 28-all tie at halftime. Shot clock continues to move. It's at 5. Poa is drilled and a block.
Side official was going to call it an offensive foul, but the baseline official said, no, I've got the call.
Flau'jae Johnson throws it right to a defender. Poa rejects it. Poa slaps it out of the hands of Rice. Johnson on the move. She's got the bucket and a whistle.
Well, that's our first field goal of the game, believe it or not, with 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. And after she got some help on the defensive end by Poa here, who goes down, blocks the shot. Flau'jae takes it and goes end to end. Finds an avenue to get in the lane. She's coming right at you. Draw the contact, up and in for her first bucket of the afternoon. That's number 5 now on Ashlyn Jones.
So Jones has fouled out of the game with a 1-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. This is Rice backing in. And a foul called. I think they're going to get Poa. Has not played and will not play today. Probably won't play against McNeese in a couple of days. She is suffering from a foot injury. LSU will not have any time to work with here. And this third quarter is over. But what a productive quarter it was. We were tied at 28 at halftime. Right now it's 56-37. That will help.
14 points now and puts a lot of arc on that ball too. She really gets a high shot up.
Johnson, Reese, Williams, Poa, and Morrow on the floor for the Tigers to open the fourth quarter. And there is Reese cleaning it up.
Raging Cajuns are running out of players to try to guard Angel Reese down on the base. Wheaton at 5'7" just isn't going to get it done when you've got 6'3", 6'4" All-American down on the block.
Reese, after not scoring in the first quarter, now has 18 to lead everybody, and she's 3 rebounds short of a double figures. Boy, that snuck up any. 2 nice little hesitation dribbles there, too, to get some separation. Morrow cleans up the net. Reese with 18, Williams with 10, and Morrow with 19. Look out. LSU will take it then. They did call the blocking foul. And there's Reese trying to throw it in. Franklin turned around, back to the ball coming in, so just trying to shadow her, if you will, and just try to get in her way. Angel, instead of taking it back down, hey, let's just try to go up and put it in, do the foul instead. This afternoon, LSU 21 of 29 from the line, but the Raging Cajuns just 3 of 5. Reese is able to find an open. Williams has 12.
Oh my, that's going in.
It is 13th, or make it 14th point. The total is 13. Came in with 10 rebounds a game, which leads the Sun Belt Conference.
You were mentioning with the Raging Cajuns how the next 4 are at home. Interesting thing about their schedule, they've had one game outside the state borderlines of Louisiana. That's when they went to and lost at Auburn.
Well, there's a guy who appreciates that because he underwent back surgery in the off season and still recuperating from that a little bit. That's Gary Broadhead, the very personable, patient coach of these Raging Cajuns.
Gotten away from him, but with a loss today now, he'll be 64-15 against Louisiana schools. So he's done very well.
Morrow puts it on the floor, leaps and fires. 21 for her. Long 3 ball in the air. Rebound hits the floor and Poa picks it up. Poa draws the foul on the way to the rim.
He's the only starter that hasn't cracked the scoreboard yet. One thing that speaks very highly of Poa's ability to regroup, focus on what's going on. Remember, early in the ball game, she had 3 early turnovers. In fact, 2 quick turnovers. She went to the bench, came out with 3 turnovers. She still has 3 turnovers, and since then also has 7 assists. So even though Poa hasn't scored from the point guard, and she's taken 2 charges. Taking notice of.
Reese misses both free throws, but there is Morrow again.
28, 37, 19. So let's add in today. She has 23. And on rebounds, 10, 16, 15, and 9.
So Morrow really playing her best basketball of the season right now over the last couple of weeks. Look at that feed from Williams.
Jaden Daniels did. His number spoke to it. Big celebration for his family, for head coach Brian Kelly, and everybody at LSU to celebrate another Heisman winner.
That's blocked from behind by Johnson. She takes the return pass on the way, puts up a shot in traffic. It comes up woefully short, but the offensive rebound picked off by that lady. And Mikaylah Williams tries to get it down low, and we're going to have more free throws. I've had people say, Joe, who? For this young lady today, for LSU. Some huge games. And tonight is another one. 3.5 to play. Jump shot from the key is...
We're starting to see from her, as she takes the 3 and it comes up short, we're starting to see from her now, Lynn, what she did last year at DePaul. We didn't get a lot of coverage down in this part of the country. Oh, my. You got Angel Reese. We know what she did last year. Flage's had an off day, but we know what she can do after her freshman year. And now you're adding in Mikaylah Williams, her scoring. Morrow, as that one gets banked, that was just trying to knock off the rust from 10 days off. Even though they had some intense practices, and they had exam time and everything else, they were away from competition. Just took them a little while.
Bartlett out of Cleveland, Texas, a 6'3 junior. Played in 25 games off the bench last year in the Tigers. So it's Velez, Bartlett, Reese, Kent, and Del Rosario on the floor.
You should see Reese leaving next dead ball. Have an opportunity. Izzy Bezelman's at the table. She'll be making her way in the ball game. I'm assuming will be for Reese.
Reese forces it up and
speak to the challenges opponents are going to have in the SEC. Try to double team Reese and leave Morrow open. Mikaylah Williams doing her thing as well. 1 rebound shy of a double-double, 20 points, 9 boards. Bessman with the foul, sending it over the line.
Out of New Orleans, a sophomore. They tried to throw it back off Bartlett, and Velez loses it. And a scrum for it. Besselman hit the floor to try to keep it alive. It rolls all the way to the other sideline before the Cajuns pick it up with less than a half minute to go.
LSU was going to try to get a double pass play to Bessman in the corner for the shot. They'll have one more opportunity.
Del Rosario claims the rebound, and the Tigers will try to dribble it out. Velez is fouled. She line drives it. LSU has outscored the Cajuns by 30 points in the second half. That is blocked to end the game. And LSU, after a very sluggish start and a 28-28 halftime tie, outscores the Ragin' Cajuns